Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Resident Evil. And in this episode, we're going to go ahead and play Moonlight Sonata, a wooden counter made of oak. It gives off a pleasant aroma like fine wine. Anything else to say? No. Get back here. Nothing? I think I might have mentioned this when I played through as Chris about Moonlight Sonata, but I remember reading somewhere that Beethoven was like walking home or something like that, and that he heard this blind girl playing piano, and she was playing one of his songs. So he went into like this party or wherever the fuck it was that this was happening, and I guess maybe he was like impressed, or I don't know, just because the girl was blind. If it was just like some regular dude, he probably wouldn't give a shit. But I think because it was like a young little blind girl, maybe that made him feel like, you know what, that's so cool that you're playing my music, that he decided to play with her and stuff like that. And in that moment, he he basically kind of came up with more or less the structure of what Moonlight Sonata would be. And then he hurriedly excused himself, because he wanted to rush home and work on it before he lost, the idea or whatever. And then he went and wrote it or whatever. I guess that could be totally made up, but I remember reading that and I just thought like, oh, well, if that's true, that's really interesting. Emblem. It's galled all around the outer edges due to frequent fitting, which means they must have done this all the fucking time. Frequent fitting, not like just they did it once, but like they did it all the time. And there's not even anything fucking back there. Why would you need to do this over and over again? The beginning and last sections of the music are missing. Musical score. It's titled Moonlight Sonata. A section of the music is missing, leaving only the beginning and the end of the music. What will you say about this piano? An expensive looking grand piano. God, I'm always going to keep doing that. Now I know there's no inclination for her to want to do this other than like, I guess, curiosity. Because here's the thing with this puzzle, right? Is you would ask yourself like, why? Why would you play the fucking piano of all things? Wouldn't that make a lot of noise and blah blah blah? Although technically, I fucking killed everything out there, so I can make all the fucking racket I want. I'm pretty sure. But I think if you look at it from, I think, all right, well, I think in the novel, I think Rebecca just starts playing the piano because she's just in here or something like that. I think that's how that goes. So, okay, that sort of makes sense. Like, she's bored as a piano. She's just gonna fucking try it. She used to play piano back when she was a kid or whatever. So she starts doing it, and then, oh, what do you know? Fucking this thing opens up. That's not the way it's presented in this game, though. It's more like Chris is in here, and then Rebecca shows up, and she's like, "Oh, hey, can I just try playing this fucking piano?" And where the natural response would be like, "No, Rebecca, I know you're just a teenager, but let's try and keep our shit focused." Like there's no reason to play the piano, and Chris should have stopped her from making a racket, I guess. With Jill, because Jill used to play piano, I feel like maybe if you came in here and you found this room, you'd be like, oh, it's an expensive piano. And then you would find, the music piece over there, and you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. So you'd think like, oh, well, whatever. And then later you'd find the other music piece. And maybe your curiosity would be so intense that you would think, ah, you know what? Maybe this means something. If someone tore these pages out and they kept it separate, maybe that was for a reason, you know? But why else would someone fucking do that? So I'm curious as to why. Now I'm gonna go play the full fucking Moonlight Sonata. Of course, if there was anyone who just already knew Moonlight Sonata, they wouldn't need those other pages. They would just know how to play it. But so maybe that's supposed to be what happens. You know, your curiosity just gets the better of you because of the kind of hoops you have to jump through in order to get the full musical score. Or maybe with Jill, since she just happens to find both of them, and she just like, well, you know what? Let me just play just for like a second, just to see if I still got it. You know, because I can sort of understand that happening as well. Because there's things that I will do that will be kind of the same way. You know, we're like, oh, I wonder if I can still do this. And like, there's no reason to. I'm just gonna fucking try it out. Trevor's diary. November 24th, 1967. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons. That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two people that know the secret of this mansion, Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? It doesn't matter now. It's too dangerous here. My family, I hope they're all right. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. November 26, 1967. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. And it was the lighter of lighters. Whoops. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th, the date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said that they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait. Even as I'm writing, my memories coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the men in the lab coats said something like, most likely your family is already. I pray for their safety. November 27th, 1967. Somehow, I managed to get out of that room. But getting out of this mansion won't be as easy. I have to get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem. I have to try and remember for my own sake. Now, I can't do a dead-on impression of this particular voice actor, so that's why I didn't try. But in my head, especially nowadays, in my head, when I read Trevor's diaries, I hear Professor X's voice from the animated series. I know, I've been talking about it. I've been watching a lot of fucking X-Men, and that's why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But the voice actor who played Professor X on the old 90s fucking X-Men cartoon, I hear his voice as Trevor's voice. Another bizarre little fucking random fact. I don't know why I can't remember. I can never remember important shit, but then I can remember stuff like this, that fucking Professor X and the guy who did the voice for Professor X and Catherine Disher who did the voice of Jean Grey and Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3. They were married for a time. They got divorced, but for a little bit of the time they were married, and that is kind of funny to me too. As I think I can't remember what comic it is that where it's one of the comics where they're reintroducing X-Men. It's a really old one from way back when, I think when Chris Claremont started his run on X-Men, that once something that they did in X-Men was to hook like female writers, that on top of just having a female character, Jean Grey, or Marvel Girl as she was known at the time, that they had actually that's when they started to have the romance thing going on between her and Scott, and that Xavier was like, oh, I kind of wanted to date Jean. I guess I'll have to give up on that or something or whatever. And I remember people thinking, like, isn't that kind of creepy? Because Jean's like a kid. Like, how long have you wanted her? You know? But in the voice actor world, those two totally ended up dating. So yeah, there's some other really funny stories to me of voice actors who play certain characters but who end up hooking up in real life. like with a lot of Evangelion voice actors and stuff like that. And I don't know. We won't get into that. Evangelion doesn't have anything to do with Resident Evil. Will you take the gold emblem? Yes. Maybe if I can find some sort of excuse to talk about that Eva stuff. Well, you know what? I think the Evangelion DLC for Tales of Zestria is coming to North America. I'm definitely going to buy that DLC. I know you shouldn't. It's like you're just giving Bandai the go ahead to keep doing fucked up DLC things. But it's like, dude, but it's fucking Evangelion. I have to. I have to. I'm sorry. I have to. So maybe then I can, if I remember, can fucking talk about that stuff. It's galled all around the edges, the outer edges due to frequent fitting. Yeah, okay. But why would you frequently need to come in here? It's the only reason. I mean, there's no other reason to use these emblems. There's fucking nothing in here at all. The only reason to take out this wooden emblem is to come in here and swap it for the gold one. I mean, I guess it's like, okay, yeah, but then that way you can get the shield key or whatever. But then it's just like, wouldn't that just be... I mean, you would think at that point is when everyone would catch on like, what a fucking pain in the ass this mansion is. You could see Spencer like, oh, go store that wine in that big giant fucking storehouse we have on the second floor. And then the butler would be like, oh, son of a fucking bitch. Because I gotta go and I gotta fucking play Moonlight Sonata. Then I gotta swap out the emblems. Then I gotta do the fucking clock puzzle. Then I actually gotta take the shit all the way back upstairs. And then I gotta go put everything back so that people don't, I don't know, somehow, for whatever reason, wander into that storehouse, even though there's fucking nothing in there. Okay, there we go. When the two have run each other through, the paths to your destiny will open. Looks like you can turn the gears. Try it. Yeah. The large gear. This. Oh no. That's not what I want. Nothing happened. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Come on. When the two blah blah. Okay, the large gear. No. It really sounds like this clock noise is not coming from this clock in front of me. Like when you're wearing headphones, it sounds like it's coming from behind me. Examine. There's an engraving of a shield. See, like you only use this shield key on that one fucking door, like that's it. And you fucking throw it away like fucking immediately, right? So I feel like it'd be cool if they remade this and made the mansion bigger, and then more of these keys could, you know, maybe you'd use the shield key for very many more rooms. Especially because this is not just a mansion. Like, I guess in here, Spencer just lives in this fucked up ass place. But all the lab workers, like, they all live here too. And there's really nowhere for them to be. You know what I mean? Like, they have a little cottage or whatever, but it's like a handful of fucking rooms in there. So this place should really be much, much bigger. Again, that's just worrying about stuff that does not need to be worried about. You're not supposed to question these things. You're just supposed to go with it. Just enjoy the game for what it is. And I do enjoy the Resident Evil games for what they are. I just want to enjoy them more. Okay, I don't think there's much of anything. I want to say that if you play on a lower difficulty, there's probably like some shotgun shells and shit. But I don't think we're gonna get the benefit of that on hard mode. Like, look at those big teeth. There's no way that would... They'd go right through your arm, Richard.
Payback time.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That's exactly what I did not want to have happen. Oh, man, we are fucked. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. We are in very not good condition. Oh, no. Oh, good job, Richard.
Thanks.
Richard! And your cruel, cruel fate of having to be digested no matter what, man. Son of a bitch. Alright, you're done with your shit. I'm getting my shit. I'm getting out. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Get that shotgun. Where are we? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry, guys. I got this. We're good.
Oh, am I poisoned?
Did I just get like drunk accidentally without me remembering it? What else would happen? Of course you're fucking poisoned. I like that they'll let you come here and get the poison, because otherwise it's like, man, blue herbs, those are quite a ways out of our reach right now. Of course you gotta get this fucker. We don't have time for your shit, man. Get the other one, get the other one, get the other one, get the other one. Get the fuck out. He's gonna open the door. I know he comes out onto this hallway, but we gotta fucking move. Come on. Although really, this is not what you should be doing. Like running, you're getting your heart rate, you know, you're getting your heart rate up, your blood is pumping faster, that's pumping poison to the rest of your body a lot quicker. And that's why when this kind of shit happens, you don't want to do something silly. Like, you know, you always got to calm down a lot of times. A lot of people like, look, just calm down, you know, when you're in a bad situation. And people be like, how can I calm down? And, you know, shit's real bad. But really, it's always for the best. Like, if you find yourself trapped in a tight space, you kind of start to freak out. But when you do that, your chest cavity expands, and as stuck as you are, you're going to get fucking more stuck. So you need to just take some deep breaths and exhale and relax. And we're good. All right. Fantastic. Can put all this back. We can take this. I don't think I need something this hardcore. Well, you know what? Nah, let's take it with us. We'll combine this. Try and think of a plan to make up for not fighting this fucking snake when I meant to. Let's see, what do I not need on me right now? I don't think I need this. I think we can put that away. And I think we just need our other goofy little masks. That should be fine. We didn't examine this one. Death mask. It's a death mask without eyes. Okay. Without eyes, without a mouth, without fucking everything. Oh, we didn't examine this one either. It's a death mask without a nose. Okay. I think we're good. So we'll definitely go ahead and take care of Trevor in this episode. We got some time. I just hope that 1 health is enough. I think he hits pretty fucking hard. I feel like maybe I should be bringing something else. No, it's too late to worry about that. We've made our choice and we're just gonna go with it. Can't have all this turning around, running back, and I mean, that's a smart thing to do, but, you know, fuck that. That's just not my style. That's not the way this channel works. See, these guys are gone. I guess they figure it would be too much. Like, you're gonna get so fucked up once you go down there. Okay, which was which? The stone statue with a hole where the eyes should be. Ugh. I forgot all about that little noise. Kind of startled me there. The stone statue with whatever. Everything. Okay, I guess that's blood that's coming out of there. And not just like years worth of like feces. Because it's like the 90s and that was all this shit was done in the 60s. That's gotta smell very fucking putrid. I should probably equip this. You know, something that actually never occurred to me ever in the history of me playing this fucking game was how this door gets closed by a gate and then somehow lifts afterwards. But because this coffin was suspended, there's no wiring to it, so there's no way that it could do anything like that. So they would have to have this kind of like wireless Wi-Fi shit going on, and until I saw my... Are you done? Are you dead? Get up, dude. You tell me when you've had enough. Well, I gotcha. So all that happens, Let's pick this up. Handgun magazines. Weren't they supposed to be shotgun shells? I guess hard mode. Hard mode's like, no, fuck it. Handgun bullets. There's a switch. Press it. So it's just, that's the thing. Like, pushing that switch that's inside this coffin that was just dangling and then was released from the chains, how could it possibly open that? And if that sort of stuff makes you laugh, then again, I'll recommend my friend's channel From the Save Room, because he always notices stuff like that. And it's why I really like watching him play Resident Evil, because there's so many goofy mechanical systems, and I just enjoy his take on those things. Since he knows a thing or two about engineering, it really kind of makes you laugh at that stuff, as he will explain to you what would be needed to have shit like that actually happen in real life. So let us go ahead and examine this. An emblem is carved on the octagonal object. There's nothing unusual. Okay, we got this, and I think that means we can start heading outside now, right? Isn't that the very next thing I can do? I can start going outside. And you drain the water. I'll need a crank. You can't do the crank first. You got to go to the cabin. So I think in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and deal with the cabin. I think that's our next plan of action. We'll do that in the next episode. So again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time.